Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how did I manage to make an Interrail trip, a 15 days Interrail trip with less than €1,000. So in the first part of this video, I'm going to talk about the trip and destination and give a little advice. And then we're going to split costs into categories and analyze them, of course with Excel files, while you will watch a lot of vlogs and snippets of my trip. So without further say, let's begin. Let's start with a controversial statement. I don't believe that the Interrail trip is only made for a big group of young people. I think that it's a very flexible trip. It requires only a lot of organization. It doesn't require that much of adaptability. People often associate this trip with being uncomfortable, being young, being brave, being in hostels, etc. It doesn't have to be like that. It depends, of course, on your budget. But in my case, the budget is very low for the type of things that I did and for the destination, etc. So you can turn this trip into a luxury trip if you want to. You can only travel in first class and get the most luxury hotel on earth, but this is not the case. So before starting, I must reveal that the initial budget was not this low. As you will see, I did not started this trip with the idea of making it so low cost, but then I reflected on what it meant for me to be frugal on this trip, and it meant to make another trip with the money I saved. So as a matter of fact, I'm already looking at Egypt or Morocco if you have any advice. The point is, I put a series of strategies into action to save as much money as I could, and they turned out to be very useful. So now I am going to share everything with you. So first thing first, the itinerary. The original stops were Vienna, Berlin, Copenhagen, Amsterdam and Interlaken, Switzerland. But since we had money left out, we decided to see another country, and so we extended our trip to Malmo. And then we also saw Zandskeskan, which is the city of mills. Also recommended if you are going to Amsterdam. Okay, so this was the itinerary. As you can see, the itinerary itself, it don't seems to allow to be this cheap, because the cities are, as a matter of fact, very expensive. But you're gonna see how I did it. Before seeing the expenses, one big advice: bring suitcases. Do not bring the backpack. I mean, trust me, I get the whole backpackers YOLO thing, but it wasn't worth the back pain, so we opted for suitcases, and it turned out to be very useful. Now let's move on to the Interrail spreadsheet. I know, very me of me. Very me of me. Okay, so let's begin. As you can see, the initial budget was around €1,900. Very, very different from 1,000. It doubles it. So, yeah. I put into there everything that I could think of, because I didn't want to be short of money, and you don't want to do that either. So take these advices, but be careful bringing the money with you, because if anything happens, you need to go back to your country. So I put €30 on missing trains, because you need to pay for reservation. I counted €30 on metro buses, taxis, because we were 2 women alone, but if you don't want to count that, it's not that vital. Then I put €450 for a trip of 15 days. So it's not that it's not that high of a budget. It's €30 per day. I mean, if you are going to expensive cities like Copenhagen, trust me, that's not it. €100 in museums, then €20 on souvenirs, €20 on extras, €244 on ticket. And now I'm gonna show you why is that. There we go. I'm on the website, and they have This price is 212 euros for 4 days. You can only travel, all you can travel without spending money for trains outside reservation for only 4 days. This is, in my opinion, too little, too short. You cannot get, I mean, you cannot go far with this, but if you prefer, I took this one, 7 days within a month, and now it costs 286 euros, but be careful because on the website there are some periods where they do discounts for everyone, so just be careful. Know that I took the ticket in April and they do this every year, so if you want to buy the ticket, that is the most smart thing to do for you. But as you can see here, you have different options, even 15 days of travel within 2 months for 415 euros. But be careful, don't be a fool. There is almost for every train the reservation, and reservation costs around 3 euros up to 30 euros if you're taking an ultra fast train. So I spent 244 euros on tickets, then I put 700 euros in accommodation, and it's not that much, it's 50 euros per day. And train bookings 200 euros because I knew, watching a lot of videos on YouTube and TikTok, that this is also a very expensive part. But now let's move on with what I actually spent divided in sections. So for the section transportation, Interrail ticket, we already saw that, 244 euros. In train bookings, I was very careful picking when was possible for me free trains, because there are free trains, are usually the slowest one, but there are also trains like this. We had to be very careful because we didn't want to be in stations at night, so we made a lot of compromise, and we spent at the end of the day 106 euros and 80 cents. But keep in mind that for one night we took the cabin to sleep on a train. You can go on a train and you don't need to book a bed. You can sleep on the normal seat if you want. It's doable. I did both and I survived, so you can do that. Metro, we did not spend a single thing on metro. Taxi or sharing, we did not spend anything. Then for buses, we spent 13 euros and 19 cents. We spent that in Vienna and Berlin, for a grand total of 364 and 70 cents. Not that bad, but at this point, as you can see, we already consumed a lot of our budget only on transportation. Now, for accommodation, this was expensive, guys. So, 28 euros and 85 cents in Vienna. We chose an hostel for this night because it was only one. It was in the city center. It was called Vienna Hostels, and I would give to that a 4 out of 5 star because with this price, it was included a breakfast. Now, when I say this was the first frugal thing that I did, maybe it's not the first one because for the first day, I packed my lunch because every meals counts when you are trying to stay on a budget. But with this breakfast, I also did lunch because it had a lot of thing, and the room, it wasn't bad. We were in the room with other 2 girls, but the room was actually very spacious. The only thing, the bathroom wasn't in the room, but for 28 euros and 85 cents in the center of a city like that, it was super fine. Then we stayed in Berlin for 2 days, and what did not happen there, you can see the other video for that. We had an awful experience both with the train and with the accommodation. So we are afraid of doing this route because yesterday we saw someone doing in this park, which is 50 meters away from our hotel. We are in Alexanderplatz, so we didn't expect this to happen here, but anyway. But the hotel overall, it was good. It was nice having privacy. It was nice being only the two of us. It was an hotel room, so it was different from a hostel room. We booked an hotel because hostels in Berlin costed more than hotels, so we were like, okay, at this point. Oh, we have a bed, a shower, a sink in the middle of the room, and then the bathroom. Yay! Finally! 77 euros for 2 nights. So the total for 1 night is 38 euros and 50 cents. Keep in mind that we booked all our accommodation at least 1 month, 1 month and a half before. So that's why we were able to get all of these discounts. I would give 3.5 stars to Berlin. To the Berlin hotel, because to the Berlin experience, I wouldn't say so. It's 6:30 in the morning. We're packing up our bags because today we are going from Berlin to Copenhagen. So here it is. Then we stayed in the most beautiful. It was wonderful to be there. In this hostel in Copenhagen, and we spent 133 euros and 95 cents for 4 nights. So the price for night was 33 euros and 50 cents. Not that bad considering Copenhagen, it's really an expensive city, but this hostel, it had everything. I sincerely suggest that hostel. It's 5 stars for me. I had some problems at some point with the blow dryer, and they helped me. They were super chill. They tried to do their best. It was wonderful to be there. The only thing, I couldn't book the pool because it was every day was full, and so yeah. But it was perfect. Towards the hostel, since Martina forgot all her documents. So this is the hall. Of course, prices are not that high as bar outside, but sincerely the kitchen was the game changer. Okay, so here we have laundry, TV and cinema. What? I wasn't aware of this. And we paid, I'm gonna leave here all our payments, but I'll see, yeah. To play, you need to pay. Still, look at this. €1 and something and a half. Whoa. Love it. Cinema room. Oh, I need to do this. Open it. There were kids. Get in and watch your favorite movie series. What? And then there's also the TV room. What? I hope I didn't was to call it automat. Oh, to get tokens. Emergency exit, toilets, laundry machine. Well, the amount of travelers in this hostel, I've never seen something like this. And also, there are a lot of families here. But to be fair, if I had a family, I would definitely be here. Because, one family of 4 to eat. Oh, see that? These are other games. Oh, and I think they are free. Yes. These games are free, I think. Whoa. I think we paid. I really like
25 euros or something per person. Oh, free delicious water. What? We bought water at the supermarkets and there was water for free. So there's the gym and also the pool. And I think I'm gonna dive in this night after Malmo, because to enter there it's like 3 euros and something, and for an hour, so it's not that bad. Here's the gym. Gym is really small, but yeah, and this is the pool. The pool is bigger, but I don't want to, record kids or something, so I'm just gonna leave now. Still, this is the best hostel I've ever known.
In Copenhagen, we saved a lot of money by paying 3 euros to access the kitchen. We made every of our meal there, so it was the smartest things that saved us, because Copenhagen is one of the worst places to eat out. Then we stayed in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is one of the most expensive cities I've ever been to. And trust me, I visited like 18, 19 countries in my life. We spent for 2 nights 128 euros. So 64.20 cents per day. Well, this is like the most we spent, considering the next stop was Switzerland, Interlaken. And the hostel in Amsterdam, it wasn't that good. I mean, it had a lot of open spaces, etc., and spaces to play and to be together, but the rooms were actually not that good. While in Interlaken, we spent 44 euros and 33 cents. It was the only hostel that had this price, actually, so we were pretty lucky to find it, but it was weird. It was kind of sketchy. It was weird, yeah. I have nothing more to say about it. Plus, when we got there, it was pouring raining, and we did not have any phone that worked there, so it was an experience. But yeah, the hostel, it wasn't quite good. We were 6 people, and 2 of them had a private room for no reason, because it was like this room with 1 single bedroom and then other 4 beds, and we paid all the same, so why would you, give a private room to somebody else? It was weird. I would give a 3 stars, maybe 2.5. And the grand total for accommodation is 412 euros and 43 cents. So at this point, we were at almost 800 euros. This is the total for 10 days, actually, because 3 nights we slept on trains. So this was the smartest thing for us, because it allowed us to save 120 euros, because as you can see, the average here per night is 40 euros. So we slept 3 nights on trains. But as you can see here, we paid the bunk beds on a train 1 night, so they were around 30 euros. So this is one of the crucial things to do if you want to cut your expenses. And the second advice, of course, is to book as soon as you know. The sooner the better. Then food and beverages. As you can see here, we spent 13 euros before the trip, because we bought a lot of snacks, and then we made a bowl of rice and stuff for the first lunch. And we saved a lot actually doing this, because I had like a lot of snacks and things, and I wasn't hungry. Then in Vienna, we spent 20 euros and 26 cents. This was because we did 1 dinner. We ate something typical, and then we did 1 lunch at these places I found on TikTok, because before doing this trip, I searched so many times cheap things to do in Vienna, cheap things to eat in Berlin, and it turned out to be true. We ate a wonderful schnitzel for like 6 euros. totally. So, I mean, €3 a schnitzel, and it was very good. And then we went out doing breakfast as soon as we got there. It was the first day, it was the first thing we did, and we spent a lot there because the place was kind of touristy. Then in Berlin, we ate out. One time we went to an Italian restaurant and we used a discount by the fork, because if you search online, there are a lot of apps giving discounts for everything. And so, yes, we ate out, and then we went to the supermarket a lot, actually, like Lidl, Aldi, which is like Walmart, and you can buy there your breakfast, and it was fine. Then in Copenhagen, this is where things get really interesting, because we spent for 4 days €38.87. We went out only one time to a bakery, which was very famous, and we spent a lot, like it was €5. And we never went out again because we had this wonderful kitchen, and so we ate very good things at a very cheap prices. And this was one of the smartest things you can do. Book hostels or Airbnbs, whatever, with kitchen. And
to save money, we paid almost €3 to use this kitchen here that I'm gonna let you see. And one cool thing I want to let you see is this: food labels for everything you own, and then free food. I think for the guests that left it here. See? Caesar dressing. And these are all things that hasn't expired yet. So if you want to use it, then you have this. And also look at these fridges. How big are they? Look. See? Full. I don't know how many people there are in this hostel, but I think at least 1,000, because like my room is 400 and something. So I mean, every room has like 6 guests. Anyway, it's huge and super beautiful. And we are preparing our lunch.
And make your food at home. It's the most cheap thing you can do while traveling, and also enjoying everything else. So yeah. Then we spent €30.90 in Amsterdam, and then we spent €11.85 in Interlaken. In Interlaken, we paid a hot chocolate like €8. So as you can see here, but we stayed only like 24 hours. So, and we bought our lunch in Amsterdam in the morning. I mean, it was very easy to do. We went to supermarkets, we bought salads, we bought things to eat, sandwiches. It was enjoyable. And then we have €3.61 for the day we got home, for a grand total of €156.27. I don't know if you realize how small is that. For 15 days, it was, €10.41 a day. We hypothesized €450. As you can see here, we saved the most. Then we have extras and activities. So we have €33.75 because we took a train to get to Zanskiskan, the city of mills. It was wonderful. Then we spent €8 on souvenirs, and then we spent nothing on miscellaneous. And then, unexpected, €5. Guys. I made a very stupid mistake. One time I paid with one card that wasn't the usual that I use, and I paid this €5 on exchange fees. Please do not do this. They took €5 for a futile expense, so be careful with the card that you used. I am in love with my card. This is not sponsored. It's also the same recommendation. I have this card that doesn't have any fee when you travel around the world. It gives you cashback, and it gives you and it gives a percentage on your liquidity, so it's just the perfect card. I'm gonna leave a link in bio because if you wanna use my invite a friend code, you get a bonus of 10 euros, and also I get a bonus. So there is a cute way to sustain this channel. So we have a total in extras of 36 euros and 75 cents. As you can see here, this is the real expenses I made for a grand total of 970 euros for 15 days of travel. I mean, this was just crazy, but yeah, I made it. So, okay, this video ends here. If you want to see more content about my Interrail trip, I suggest you watch my shorts and you follow me on other platforms. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in the next video. A presto!